What is your favorite, like, do you guys have any, like, Halloween stories?
Halloween, what, say?
Stories.
Would you like me to pull out the creepypasta Reddit stories right now?
I was gonna be fair, like,
I can do that.
Back in what was it? Or something? Like, so you know there's like this trick-or-treaters. Well, essentially what I mean by trick-or-treating is like begging for sweets, right? But you cosplay while you beg. So it's like fancy begging in a sense. And like, so anyway, like, so I've seen my fair share of like trick-or-treaters and stuff, but like there was this like, there was this one person who just made me like laugh out loud and facepalm with their costume. You know what they came as? He literally like came into a house and said trick or treat, and he was fucking like wearing a t-shirt and some shorts. Like didn't even bother with like a costume to turn and said trick or treat, just like normal. I was like,
it's just a normal person.
Yeah, it's just a normal person. And there's like trick or treat. I was like, what?
It's actually kind of terrifying if you think about it.
Like,
why is that terrifying?
Halloween show was already over.
Why is that terrifying?
That slaps me on the knee when I think about it. Oh god. Trick or treat.
I have one.
Okay.
There's this there's like this event that kind of like takes its time going throughout, you know, like the United States. I don't know if they only do it in the South, because I live in Georgia, but here recently, a few weeks ago, there was this group of people coming through, and they call themselves the Lone Survivor. And essentially what it is that they have 200 people come, maximum 200, buy tickets, and you show up in a certain area where they're having it. And it just happened to be in a town where The Walking Dead was being filmed. I can't remember exactly which town it was, but I went with a friend of mine and his family. And what they do is, you can, at any time, you can bow out of being a survivor and raise your hand to become a zombie. Or you can continue through the event, and you start out in a room, and they have this task you have to perform. And if you perform the task, then you survive, and if you fail, you become a zombie. Everyone who survives now has to run through this path and kind of through the woods to get to the next area. And if you make it there, you have to do another task, and you repeat the same process. But if you don't make it there before another zombie touches you and gets paint on your shirt, you become a zombie, and it's almost like the zombie, it's spreading, and it's infecting multiple people. So the more people that become a zombie, the more difficult it is to get there, because if they even touch you, get any paint on you at all, you're infected. And they have a reward for being the only person to survive, or for being the best zombie. And my buddy and I, we went there, and he looked at me and he was like, okay, we're going to stick together, we're going to do our absolute best to make it out of this, and we're going to survive, because he loves the whole zombie apocalypse. Like, he even has like this journal that he writes, where if it ever happens, what he'd do and try to survive. Like, he's that into it.
Yeah.
And I told him on the whole car ride there, I was like, don't worry about it, man, we're going to do this. I was like, we were fist bumping, and we were, you know, he was pumped, and I was excited. And the moment we get there, and they're like, all right, guys, everybody got their shirts. And we're like, yeah. And then they're like, now before we start, who wants to be a zombie? And my hand went straight into the air. And I looked at him, and he looked back at me, and I smiled, and I said, I'm going to find you. And I was like, if it's the last thing I do, you're not going to win. And I went up, and they dressed me up, and they put all this makeup on me. And the moment I walked out the door, and I'm waiting in the trees, and he makes it, and he starts bolting down the road to try and get to the next town. And I find him, and I just tackled him, and I just like put paint all over his face. I remember he was like, you got me, and I kept smearing paint on him, because when he stood up, I looked at him, I was like, I just wanted to make sure. And I was like, because I want you to know this is what's going to happen to you if this ever actually becomes a real thing. And he looked at me, and he was like all sad, but he wasn't like upset, but he was mad at me because he felt betrayed, because I became a zombie at the beginning of the event.
Yeah.
And then he punched me, and then we hunted other people together. And he was like, if we can't survive together, we're going to murder together one way or another. We're brothers for life.
Oh,
Nice.
that's kind of sweet.
If that ever comes to your town, like, or if you ever get a chance to be a part of it, I highly recommend it. For It cost us $30, but it was a lot of fun, and it was about 5 hours to do.
Oh
it.
yeah, I was going to say that my university actually had like a whole society dedicated to that activity. Just like go around the whole campus and like play this zombie game. I never really checked it out though. the whole like smearing the paint all over him though.
Oh, it was
like,
brilliant. I wouldn't trade that for the world.
That's kind of like overkilling someone in Hearthstone.
Yeah, like
yeah.
just ripping them to shreds.
Your
It does
opponent's at
sound
one
like
hit
fun.
point. Your opponent's at one hit point. You just
Overkill.
kill him with like the most damage possible to make him go as far minus as possible. That's how it feels like to me.
The best part was the look on his face when my hand went up at the beginning of the event, because he knew right then and there, like, that I was gonna come for him, and that I didn't care about anybody else.
Nice.
Guys, I think I'm gonna bail out. I'm literally dying right now. Seriously.
All right.
Everybody's dying. Everybody.
Yeah, no one's dying.
That's fine. Yeah, we're about to head soon, but yeah. Do you have any shoutouts, sir?
No, really. Except all of you wonderful people with me and
Oh, thanks.
watching. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
See you around.
All right. See you, dude.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Do
joining.
you have like a list of like shoutouts or something?
Thanks,
Usually
man.
it comes up on the right hand side or something.
See ya.
No.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
hi.
Anyone else? Oh, have a story or Han?
I wish I have a funny or interesting Halloween story, but I'm a Korean and we Koreans don't really...
Oh yeah. So what do you guys think of Halloween? Like from an
We're like,
outsider's
oh, it's Halloween, nice. Do you want to grab a candy next, like tomorrow? Okay, let's go. And they go and eat candy and bye.
Is it how British people celebrate Thanksgiving? Like we don't even know what it is. I don't even know what Thanksgiving is. I'll be honest with you. Like I know you eat
But you
turkey
celebrate
in a
it?
day, right? And then you give thanks, but like
Oh yeah, we were talking about what is Halloween yesterday with my friends. And
Yeah.
this one girl asked, "Does turkey taste good?" While we were talking about Halloween, and we were like, "Oh yeah." Like, turkey tastes like dog that is kind of hammed inside, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's go have turkey tomorrow." And they're like, "Isn't Halloween like?"
So you didn't really talk about Halloween.
You're killing Justin.
So,
I just found it more funny than it should have been.
No, Justin, it's okay, man. I had to hold it in.
Look at.
I could just see that train of thought, like, hey,
I
you
don't
guys know
really-
anything about this
I
scary
don't really
holiday in
think
America?
about it.
I don't know what turkey is.
Immediately doing Halloween.
If it makes you feel any better, Manbon, I live in America, and I've been to Thanksgiving at least 20 times in my life. I don't know what it is. I just go and regret all the weight that I gain afterwards.
Food and get fat, man.
Yeah, like, pretty much my family looks at me and they're like, you're going to your aunt's for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, okay, and then I show up and I eat a bunch of food, and then I tell everybody I love them, and then I leave, and then I regret all the food that I ate. That's pretty much Thanksgiving for me, and probably about 50% of Americans.
I'm just curious. What is you guys most, what was your most intriguing or most interesting costume design or disguise you did for Halloween?
Oh, that was kind of what we talked about in the beginning.
Well, the icebreaker was what's our favorite costume. He's asking what's the most intriguing one that we've ever made or worn ourselves. That's not necessarily the same question.
Yourselves.
Well,
Still the same answer for me.
I can answer that. When I was in 7th grade,
this
my
one.
mom took my sheet, and it was just a plain white sheet, and she cut two holes near the eyes and put it over me and said, "Now go."
Right.
Young one.
Right.
Candy.
That was
A star for effort.
And now go forth and get chocolate.
Bonus points if you like ride a skateboard like while you're traveling, so it looks like you're like a drifting ghost. As opposed to like walking
I
ghost.
tried riding
That's
a skateboard,
amazing.
and it didn't work
Someone
out.
should do that. Just scare the shit out of someone, like in the hallway or something. Just get pushed on a skateboard.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of someone until they like the wheels rolling like.
No. Wear Heelys and wear a sheet that goes just long enough to where it covers your feet, but it doesn't actually get interfere with the Heelys. And just you could be walking and then just and start gliding through the hallway, but don't even look at anybody. Like don't acknowledge anyone. Just go to class.
Nice.
It has to be at night too. You just have to turn off. You have to ask the people to turn off the lights for you.
Like night classes.
Yeah,
Show
night
up at someone's night class at a community college or something.
Yeah.
Don't even go to the college. Just be a completely uninvited person. Just through the
But
hallway.
seriously, what kind of ghost like looks like a blob with two holes, right? Like if
That's true though.
what-
Have you seen that prank where the girl is just in the hallway? There's a
No.
little girl in the hallway and she just like
I don't think I have.
scares the crap out of people.
Really? Wow.
She,
Okay.
she basically looks like a ghost, and like the ambience of the lights or whatever, and it just scares the crap out of people basically. And they like you see them like go on the side of the wall, like not trying to touch the ghost. Like no, I don't want to do this. I can't walk.
The best prank that I ever saw. You guys have probably seen this because it was on Facebook and it was a viral video for a long time. It was a Brazilian video, and what it was
I said
yeah,
it.
like the elevator, and like they would turn off the lights, and this little girl would just come out of this hole
Yeah,
in
that's
the
the video I'm
wall,
talking about.
and
God,
then the
what is
lights
this
would come back
like?
on, and she'd look at them and just be like,
Yeah, that's the video. That's the video I'm actually talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I remember the cleaning lady would come in and she just looked at the ghost and was like, "Girl," and just like, "Nope, not doing this." I'm not dealing with a ghost.
of all the people in the video, you would think that it would be like, you know, like the fat black lady or like the old woman. You know, like just of all the people that were in the elevator that got scared the most, there was this one muscular bald guy that was just standing there.
Oh, I
And
remember.
he
that.
was just waiting for the elevator to move. And the girl, the lights go off, and she shows up, and as soon as she shows up, he falls on his butt, like grasping for the wall, trying to get out, and he crawls out of the elevator crying.
That's the thing, though.
Wow.
Like
What were you
I
saying,
don't know.
Justin?
when you believe in superstition, and no matter how muscular you are, you're like, "Oh fuck, I can't fight a ghost. I
See-
need to get the
see,
fuck out of here."
I don't know. I
What
don't know.
gets me
Maybe
though is of
because
all the people that go through something like that, what are the odds that none of them ever do like whatever percentage chance it is to just attack whatever it is that's scaring them? Like, why don't they just ever take that chance and just punch whatever it is in front of them and just see what happens?
It's very rare because considering how rich our culture is in horror, anyways, to begin with, unless you're a completely rational person.
I think one of the factor that they used is using a little kid, because you don't usually kick or punch a little kid.
You do when it's a
And
ghost
it's
and it's gonna
scary.
eat you or
I
kill
know,
you or
but
something.
it's-
Well, the thing is, like,
Right.
if you just see the
Right.
ghost, maybe, but if you actually, like, the fact that she appeared, and then disappeared, and then reappeared.
It's just that nobody ever throws anything, or like you don't even, it's just in fear, like nothing ever gets thrown in the direction of the ghost. It's just, I don't know, it baffles me.
They probably
I mean, like,
have.
if you think about if you're like, if you believe in horror, or like if you've seen like horror movies, and then you like you encounter one, I don't think you'll act rational. It's like, oh, maybe I should just attack it. Or maybe I should just,
Here's my
be
theory.
calm.
Here's my theory. When they're doing that, they probably have footage of somebody throwing things at the kid, but they wouldn't
yeah.
show that. In the,
Yeah, that too. There's also that.
I mean,
Yeah,
if they
I
showed
keep
that, they're
forgetting
like,
that I'm not
"Oh, you
seeing a
guys
live
are
feed, and
abusing
there could be a lot of
kids," and
editing.
stuff like
You're right,
Yeah.
on. That makes sense. I do
I-
know.
I would assume the natural person wouldn't. I don't
They-
know
they-
how often people will because you know the fight and flight kind of situation.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would actually fight.
Well, see, there was another prank that I saw where a guy was hanging out in like a trash can or something, and he just
and
would
they
jump up and the lid would come up, and they had all these people get scared by it, and there was this one black guy walking through the hallway with his girlfriend, and he jumped out. The moment he did, he just haymakered him, and he falls, like slumps into the trash can. But that wasn't a ghost. He could see it was a guy, so.
That can be shown, and that could be funny because it's a big dude who got punched, was pulling a prank. But if it was a little kid, that would have been.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Mexican
true.
show,
Okay, that worked out.
that Mexican show probably like changed like 2 or 3 girls because they were bruised because they were punched or stuff like that.
To be honest, they probably wouldn't show it even if it was like an adult woman. I think like just showing on their on video like a woman being hit would be a no-go through their editing process. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that.
Cool.
On that note, maybe because I'm an Asian or stuff like that, I don't really try to get scared and run away. I try to communicate. So.
I never thought about communicating.
So you would just stop and talk to the ghost?
Hi,
Be like,
ghost.
hey man, why are you trying to scare me? What happened to you in your past life?
Usually, I don't think that person is a ghost. I mean, if that kind of situation comes on me, I usually first thing, if I can see, I don't think that's a ghost or it's probably a person. And yeah.
you wouldn't even attack a person like.
No, I don't. I don't attack a person.
I wonder if you could actually tell though, like that particular video. Like, I'm pretty sure that you were using night vision, for example, so you could see.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know.
Well,
like you don't really know until you're in that situation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing.
it's like hard to
Like,
predict.
you can say a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
People
with those moments where people are like, if a guy ever pulled a gun on me, man, I'd take the gun away from him, and I wouldn't be like that person that got in the car, and then.
Yeah. Well, what if the guy just shot you?
You never know what's gonna happen until a guy pulls a gun on you, and you realize what you would do in the heat of the moment.
Like, what if he just shoots you? Like, you have
I'm just gonna end
you have no control over that. You know.
And that by saying that I've went to almost every scary house or horror house that is aired in Korea, that is deemed scary for normal people. I went every place, and I managed to fuck over everybody that came at me dressed up as a ghost because I was not scary, and I was like, great job. I mean, do you want some drink or something like that? They're like, oh god. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Okay, yeah, and I was just
So they couldn't scare you?
You would be that person. I'm okay with
because
horror,
I know they're actual person that it doesn't really scare me.
Actually, depends. Wait, did you go alone or did you go with people though?
Of course I go alone. Why would I go with people?
That's my man right there.
Okay,
Why would I go to a haunted
is that
house with
just like-
people?
Like you.
Hey, I managed to scare. There was this house that it was required for 2 or 3 people to go in because there were so many line, and I managed to scare them, but by helping the ghost guy while I was in there. It's hilarious.
That's
oh my
wonderful.
god! I would not. My friends would not want to be with you if they were in the haunted house with you.
I saw this guy was a ghost trying to sneak past by us, and I looked at him and I made him the voice signal, and I walked right by him and just yelled, "Ah!" and they were like running away.
Nice.
Okay,
I
well,
was at a pretty good haunted house, like at our university in the basement. So that was a pretty good haunted house.
Cool.
I
Okay,
just,
well,
I
before
remember
I-
going through it.
Before I head out, I just want to ask everybody, since we're talking about scary places and stuff, is everybody aware of the suicide forest in Japan?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
It's
I think I
Meg.
forgot about
don't
that.
know. It's essentially a place in Japan that for some reason people, like Japanese people, feel like it's it's like a sacred place, or like for whatever, like no one knows why, but hundreds of people a year will go to this specific forest in Japan to commit suicide. and they'll either hang themselves on the branches or they'll kill themselves in all kinds of numerous ways. And the Japanese government actually has to have people set aside annually to sweep the forest for dead bodies to remove them, so that way they don't sit there and decompose. Would you go there? It's called sorry if I butcher this name, Aokigahara. Knowing that, and knowing that hundreds upon thousands of people have died here over the last 50 years, all suicides, would you go there and spend the night?
No.
No.
Holy crap.
That'd be pretty
because
intense.
To me, being scared and going to a haunted house and being scared going to a supposedly haunted place are not the same thing.
Of course not.
No.
I'm scared to death of going to a place like that. You couldn't make me do it, because just on the off chance that even one of those, because they're all suicides, so they have to not be happy to do it. Most of them are college students or pre-college students who couldn't get into the college that they wanted to.
Yeah.
And Japanese people will commit suicide just from shaming their family or to prevent shame. So they all have to be unhappy people. That has to be by far one of the most haunted, horrific places as far as ghost stories go, in the world.
Well,
wow.
I don't want to go there because I don't know what is causing the death.
No, they're just people are just going there. Committing suicide. They're willingly killing themselves in this forest.
It just happens to be a location.
They are killing themselves, but what is driving them to kill themselves?
So you suspect a supernatural force that's convincing them to go there.
So why would I go there?
Honestly, if you ask me, I would actually go there for the thrill.
Yeah,
It
would be like Cabin in the Woods.
I'm serious.
It would be like Cabin in the Woods.
If you ever actually go there, you need to have video proof. I'll go if I can afford it.
Alright.
We'll make this. And we'll even put money in the pot. Whoever comes back alive gets the money.
Alive? What the? Okay. Whoever comes back sane.
What is this? The Ouija board?
That comes back sane.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
This is consider the fact that I look forward to playing Amnesia. That's how insane I am, really.
I've played Amnesia already. It's not that scary.
Oh, it's not that scary.
It's not as bad considering I've watched I've watched DayKnight play it, and I know everything that's gonna happen now.
Nah.
I haven't actually. That's the
beauty of it. But just to be fair, it's really not that scary. It's more frustrating sometimes when you get stuck somewhere or when you're. But I will say,
real fast.
I will say, don't worry about using your lantern oil, but save your your tinder boxes, because that's really what's gonna help you throughout the most.
Don't give me tips, no.
Yeah, Manbon, do whatever you want to. Ignore Chris. Alright, so, with that scary, suicide forest note, do you want, let's do shoutouts.
Really sorry if that was inappropriate.
No. Dude, this is the Halloween edition. We have to set the mood. Alright,
Manbon seems to like it.
Alright.
Oh, baby.
Oh, if you're going to talk about scary stories, I have a bunch.
Oh, well, we already went through a bunch of them.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's already 2:32, guys. So I'm kind of running it late.
Yep. So,
a bunch of people already,
well, I mean, no, we're all good. But yeah, let's do shoutouts. Han, would you like to start?
Funny.
Because I always have your Step Lively.
It's kind of generic again. I started Facebook recently, which also starts with Virus, the thing.
You probably don't want to post your Facebook profile.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I have DeviantArts. It's Haunnudiram /
We got it right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
DayKnight.com. So I haven't updated anything recently because I had to serve my military 8-hour drill thing and a bunch of other stuff, and sorry for that. Sorry for not updating so much, but yeah, I have a DeviantArt page.
Totally okay, man.
It's fine.
So what kind
Shout out to all
of?
the day nights.
So it's just.
And thank you, Trumpet, for airing this wonderful hangout
Oh, thanks,
every
man.
week.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
I try.
Oh.
I gotta be consistent. All right. Let's see. What's his face? Oh yeah.
What's your face?
I think I just broke everyone. Yes, I broke everyone.
Damo-kun!
Namokin. Damo.
Wow, some Bond's losing it.
Alright, Sacred.
My head feels
What's
big
your
as day,
face?
man.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to like camera. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm Sacredsun. You can find me on Twitter, which is twitter.sacredsun.sacredsun.tv. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube as well.
At all, Sacredsun?
Yeah. Well, no. The only one that's different is Twitter, basically.
What's
Which is
Twitter?
Sacredsun TV. Everything else is Sacredsun.
Alright, where? Then I will put links. Properties.
Alright.
Are we going to able to find your
But yeah,
wonderful
shoutouts
costume?
to the Hangout. Shoutouts to everyone in chat for bearing with us and bearing with trolls. I will
Oh,
be
God, that was
finishing Alien Isolation
scary.
tomorrow at 3 p.m. So if you guys want to watch,
Oh, no,
Until
so
then.
what time zone though? I
3
think it's,
p.m.
I think it's
Eastern,
very important.
because I don't know what time it is for you.
I think it's better to clear up the GMT actually. Yeah, most people. I think most people actually go by GMT when they talk about time zones. So it's very important to clear.
GMT?
We do not do GMT over here. We do PMT. PDT.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
We do
Oh,
actually-
okay, so it's mostly PDT. For
Well, I mean, just because that's the time zone that Sean is in.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was
That's
easy.
basically 8 o'clock. Manbon, that's basically 8 o'clock for you.
8, so that's okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. So I'll be streaming around 3 p.m. to finish Alien Isolation all the way to the end, which I hope I can finish tomorrow.
There, I got your
I think I'm
stuff.
almost done. I
got
believe
your
I'm almost done.
Boom.
And I'll be,
Everybody thinks
That's
that.
the bonus content, dude.
It'll be for extra life as
Everybody
well. So if
playing-
you want donate for the kids, I always appreciate it.
Oh, I already donated.
Yeah.
I donated
Yeah, I
like
know.
$10. Wait, you know? How'd you know?
Because it says on the.
Because he's magical. He's magical. He knows things. So I'm just trying to eat up this. I'm just like, how long can I just put this on here and not be awkward?
And not be awkward.
All right, Chris, the time to go.
I didn't even notice until I mentioned it. Now it's awkward.
Right.
My name in chat is FizzleSparks, and if you ever see me in chat, you know, I'm usually there most nights, except for on the StarCraft nights. I can't look at chat because I don't understand StarCraft well enough to do both. But I don't stream. I live a very uneventful life. But I would like to make a shout out to Cerebral for saving me from making a very terrible mistake and almost not killing Apple Pie tonight. I would also like to make a shout out to Trumpet for having me. It's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed my second night on the stream, my first night in the Hangout, and I hope that it's been as fun for everyone else as it has been for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
And I'd also like to make a shout out to everyone else who's been here, everyone who's come out to the show tonight. It's been great having you, and I hope that it's been entertaining for everybody. And I'd like to make a shout out to Remistus from the chat, because he's going to stream Alien Isolation on Monday, and everybody needs to watch it, and everyone needs
he's
to
playing
vote
Alien
scary
Isolation on
games
Monday?
for Remy.
After I finish up. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
What Alien Isolation wasn't as scary.
It's not as scary in the beginning. It drags in the beginning.
It's like the first hour and a half is really boring, and then it picks up.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, you kind of have to get the backstory and stuff like that, right? You know, kind of the setting
That's fair enough.
before you can get scared.
Yeah, so like I'll explain basically. So like when it goes through the game, basically like it tries to like immerse you in it. So like you try to slowly get into it, and like you're expecting an alien, but you don't see the alien until like an hour and 30 minutes, and just because that's how the game plays basically. I think that's something they wanted to do.
The real brilliance of the game though is that you can die before the alien shows up because people in the game are trying to kill you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're never safe. Like even before the alien shows up, there's always this moment where people have guns and you're completely unarmed and you can't defend yourself. And the moment where you get the gun is when you're actually in the most danger because that's when the game is just like, hey, you have 6 bullets and you're prepared. We're gonna kill you now.
Yeah, we're gonna add the alien.
That's the part the trumpets off.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
So everybody vote scary games for Remy and do us all a favor.
Trumpets saw me like whack people.
Yes, that was hilarious. You're like, oh man, I really should have killed these people because now the alien doesn't have anything to eat.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, fuck, I don't have anyone to feed the aliens to.
Yeah.
You guys all talk about aliens and humans and androids trying to kill you. The real enemies are the environment, the fire that seems really insignificant when you just pass by in the lowest of health. You just
Oh, yeah, I died in that part multiple times.
Just
fall down and die. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, Remy. Yeah. Go watch him. Cool. Is that Manbon? I think your turn.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. It's
Gotcha. All right. So, so all my information, my Twitch, my Twitter, etc., will be on the right of my my very scary icon, which I actually modified today.
It's right there.
In spirit of Halloween. Yeah, look at that, man.
Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh.
You should save that for next year, man.
I'll probably do something.
It should just be your theme.
I'll probably actually have a cam next year. Which I'll have a cam soon. TM. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's on the right. I do stream Hearthstone from time to time. I actually regret not streaming today because I actually went 11 wins in the arena. It was pretty awesome.
You know, Murphy's Law, if you were streaming, you wouldn't have gotten those wins.
To be, yeah, that's actually, dude, that's very true. That's very
That's
true.
like me. Anytime I do something amazing in a game, I try and show somebody. I'm like, guys, you need to check this out. This is amazing. I found this amazing glitch or something. And while I'm trying to do it, and people are watching me, it doesn't happen, and I can't recreate it.
I swear this usually doesn't happen. This is a one-off. Yeah,
this is what happens to DayKnight all the time.
Yeah, dude, it happens to anyone. It's called stage fright, I believe.
I have performance anxiety. I can only perform well when no one's there to ever see it, and no one believes me when I tell them it happened.
Cool.
And then you see, and I really see where the saying "you are your worst enemy" really comes from.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm done, man. I'm
Sweet.
No, I'm not done. No, credits. No. Okay, so this Saturday, me and Omega 068 Anthony will be actually streaming some Funday Monday tournament replays. You know, I'm running a tournament, etc., and we'll be actually streaming / casting some replays. Last time I wasn't there because, well, I was there for half of it, but like I was just like way too tired. So but yeah, this time I'll be there.
Life happens.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh my god, yeah.
It's just like meet you in the face and you're like, hello, life. Rude.
Well, for me, it was like a severe case of like stress, but you know. But anyway,
I heard.
Anyway, this Saturday, actually, yeah. So it'll be this Saturday, 6 p.m. PDT, or this Sunday, 1 a.m. GMT, +0.
Sweet.
Yeah. So check it out. It'll be fun.
All right. Let's wrap this thing up. All right. So I go like this, and then this. All right. I am. Whoa! How did I get so little down here? I feel like shoutouts. Oh wait, no. Apparently this is fine. All right. Anyways, so thank you everyone for staying through a rough patch, but we got through it. And that probably won't happen again. If it does, we'll just deal with it.
I love it though when it moves fastest.
So yeah. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and this way. Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. This weekend, I am going to force myself to edit videos, and if I don't, I will feel terrible. Just because I've been meaning to do that, and it just
You should make it a real punishment though. Like you'll dress up as Shirley Temple and spank yourself with a hockey stick.
No, I will not do that. But yeah.
We have to make this shit real.
So yeah. Stay tuned for YouTube. I'm just gonna like plop it onto YouTube, and you guys can have awesome content to watch. So shout out to everyone watching this, and everyone who was in the Hangout today. I know we kind of went long today, and yeah. Shout out to Stephanie for doing the weekly update. She did pretty awesome. Spoke a little fast, but she was in character. It was awesome. Yeah, and shout out to all the volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer, email me at trumpetmcooltv@gmail.com. And yeah.
Volunteer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool community to get involved in. With that, I'm going to put some outro music on. Alright. We started out right.
Theme for Manbon.
It's time for the exit.
This is the official exit theme for DayKnight Time, guys.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Manbon.
yeah, we have like an acapella. That'd be pretty cool.
You should just we should honestly think about I can't remember his name. I watched him on YouTube. Maybe he might.
Is there a sacred underneath that costume?
You need to get to work on that, Manbon. That'd be great.
Wait, when you said the dude like who does the acapella, do you mean Smooth Groove?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so sick.
How awesome would that be if Smooth the Groove made an intro outro theme for us for the show?
Oh man.
I know the theme actually.
I mean, I would love like if you right now are watching and you're like, I love to do intros and outros and musical stuff and like composing. Just feel free to message me. Cause yeah.
I do not compose.
Or if you have a friend.
Yeah.
And you need to talk to them to get it.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
The only requirement for that is you need friends.
Email me at trumpetmcooltv@gmail.com.
Manbon, everybody has friends. We're all DayKnights.
Yeah. Alright, and with that, we are out.